or my essential core staff who had to get the planning together, and I had an all-staff conference call just about 2.5 hours ago when the rest of my staff knew. So I have tried to tell people, but I find with email that once I told 2 or 3, everybody knew it. So it's amazing how quickly it gets out. I got to have it. Watson, we've aggravated each other for nearly 40 years, haven't we?
25. You have a lot of people stand up here in the last few minutes and praise the daylights out of your work. As you look back on your career, what one thing stands out as more important than anything else, or is that chapter yet to be written?
Oh, there's so many things. I laid out some of the things that I'm very proud of. I'm proud of the record in the governor's office and the fact that we work together on a bipartisan basis. Parents as teachers, food for the 21st century, home health care, things like that. Since I've been in Washington, I've had the opportunity to work on a lot of things that I didn't even mention. The Help America Vote Act was a major success. The Act for Better Child Care, that was another bipartisan. Family and Medical Leave. And most recently, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. Twice we had to renew this very, very important and controversial piece of legislation to keep our country safe. And I worked hard to get a bipartisan majority in the Senate, and on the last bill I worked hard to get a bipartisan majority in the House to support it. And that, I believe, is absolutely essential to maintaining safety for all Americans. And that's something you don't see every day. The fact you don't see it means it's working. And so far, thank God, it is working.
Senator Bond, if there's a primary, Republican primary, will you remain neutral?
I'll take a look at it when it comes, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when it comes around.
Senator, do you have a favorite right now that you'd like to see?
I know there are a lot of people who are thinking about it. We'll let them think about it. See who steps forward. See who has the fire to do it, and who has the commitment, the right ideas, and we'll see how we can help.
What do you think the effect is going to be of a senior legislator leaving on institutions like the University of Missouri now that they're going to have, a freshman senator in 2010 who knows less about the appropriation process than you?
I would hope there would be a freshman senator who would be able to serve many more years than I would be able to serve. Mm-hmm. But I intend to do what I can. I think President Forsey will have some things for me. And if Steve Knorr is still standing, we're going to make this, Steve and I are going to have our hardest working 2 years to see what we can do to help the university. But I really believe the key to the university's success and other success is that the university has developed a reputation. It has the resources to compete on its own successfully. And that was my goal, to help them. My friend Warren Erdman on the board of curators, a great staff leader who's gone back, and the curators, he's leading this university. I think the university has a lot going for it. Warren, if you want to comment on that, I'll ask him to interview you afterwards, because I think the university is now being recognized as a great research institution. It should, not only to mention the football powerhouse, which doesn't hurt, but the education, the research are the important things. The question? Yes, sir.
One of your former staff members has been caught up in the Jack Abramoff investigation. Did that weigh in your decision to not?
No, I regret that we try to maintain the highest standards. I was shocked to hear about it, and this was a very unfortunate incident, and the young man has paid dearly for it.
Senator, you also mentioned you didn't want to become the state's oldest senator. I just want to check, is there any particular health concern that you have that's weighing on your decision?
Well, I tell you what, growing old is not for sissies. I've had a neck operation, a hand operation, 2 shoulder operations, a new shoulder, a new hip, but 2 more metal implants, and I'd be bionic, but I feel good. I did my rehab exercises, walked 30 minutes before dawn this morning, so I'm feeling good, and I believe I've got at least several more good years in me. Just
Are
don't know
those
how many.
age-related or war wounds from the Senate?
Pardon?
Are those age-related or war wounds from the Senate?
The war wounds are mostly mental. I was probably the last guy slugged on the Senate floor that I know of back in '93 when I criticized the then chairman of the EPW committee for sneaking a $1 billion bridge, built a $1 billion I guess it was a courthouse in Brooklyn into the highway bill. I criticized him, and before I looked around, he caught me with a sucker punch and knocked me over the seat. But that was as close as I got to. I made a snap decision not to tell anybody about it then, and because I didn't, he became my best friend. And Missouri highways and bridges benefited greatly. Not talking about it, but now that he's gone, we can talk about it. But I sure was tempted to slug him back at the time. And speaking of time for me to step aside, my other blonde boss has said it's time for me to step aside. Thank you very much. I really appreciate working with you. I don't care what I may have said in between. I really do appreciate working with the press corps. And we will have our usual exciting relations. You've got press packets if anybody needs them, people to talk to, and don't hesitate to call on us. Thank you. Thank you sincerely for covering what we do, and we'll look forward to giving you some good stuff to work on in the future. Thanks.